Hello, welcome to your December end of the year readings. This video will be split into two parts, a reflection and a forecast. The first part will be a reflection of 2016 and how it has impacted you as a whole, and the second part will be focusing on what is ahead for the month of December. Reflection is an important part of our lives because even in tarot, hindsight is always 2020. Actually, drawing a card in the morning and seeing how it played out by the end of the day can show how the card was relevant, but may have expressed itself in a different way than you had anticipated, which is a great tool, by the way, for learning tarot prediction and getting familiar with how many ways a single card can be read. Anyway, 2016 was the year of the Yang fire monkey, and I have my little friend here who visually represents that energy. Yang energy is masculine, it's outwardly extroverted, it's dynamic and bold. Fire energy is passionate and enterprising. So Yang fire is like the heat of the sun. It has lots of energy and it radiates to other people in forms of optimism, generosity, and warmth. Its popularity may have been a year for big personalities and or big egos to shine. So this year we would have seen things politically and socially to reflect this, and it would also have drawn out these characteristics in our personal lives as well. Monkey energy acts similarly to Yang fire. It is quick, clever, social, busy, cheerful, and playful, impulsive, and again, it's independent. I really wouldn't be surprised if many of you watching had taken up several new hobbies, several new studies, joined multiple social groups, made many new acquaintances, expanded your business in some way, broadened your talents and interests, or possibly moved, because Yang fire monkey doesn't sit still for long. And just like the monkey, you could have been bouncing around from one thing to the next with both of your hands in many pots at once. So for the moments of reflection reading, I am going to ask, what is the biggest lesson for you? What was the highlight? What was the biggest challenge? And how did you grow this year? And then finally, I'm going to ask, what lesson will you take with you into 2017? Hello, Cancer. For your 2016 reflection reading, I will be drawing cards from the Archangel Power Tarot deck. I'm going to be focusing in on what was your biggest lesson of 2016, what was the brightest highlight for you, what was the biggest challenge for you, and how did you grow? And then the shadow card is going to tell me what lesson you will be taking with you into 2017. Okay. This card dropped out. Let's see, how was I? Okay. I'm going to just keep this down here. Okay. So the biggest lesson for you is the Three of Wands. Okay. So expansion in business, okay, also success, but what I'm hearing is setting your sights higher, okay, allowing yourself to receive more is what I am really getting, okay. All these ships are coming in, they're the trading ships of commerce, okay, so it's like a freight of stuff, okay, and you know, there's fire generally has to do with commerce and business and things like that. But in a general sense, I feel like your biggest lesson was like accepting more for yourself, okay? Allowing yourself to receive, knowing that you're worth it, okay? So the brightest highlight for you was the Seven of Pentacles, okay? So what this card is about reaping what you sow. So you harvested, and I saw that you were very patient in watching something unfold. Okay, and it was very rewarding to see you put in effort, you put in time, be disciplined, or what have you, into a person or a project or yourself, and seeing the slow but steady and solid results of that. Okay, and patience really paid off for you in um, in this year. Okay, and I didn't read the bottom, and I probably should have. So the biggest lesson, it says, prosperity arises from wise planning. Time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So that was your biggest lesson. The brightest highlight was you have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. Okay. I see you like with this big smile on your face, and you've cultivated like this beautiful garden here of different herbs, plants, flowers, things that are healing to you, okay, or just bring you joy in their appeal and their beauty, okay. So the biggest challenge to you was the Emperor. Okay, this is the biggest challenge. Okay, so the Emperor generally represents the patriarch, right? It's our fathers, it's our bosses, it's the rules of the established order. There could have been something to do with your father or your boss or the system or the rules of society that was like a big challenge for you to overcome. It says stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. I feel like for a lot of you, it's actually a person, not necessarily so much a theme that was a challenge. Maybe you feel like someone was, being too authoritative over you or trying to like boss you in some way. So that was the biggest challenge, was really to own your own power and stand up for yourself, and really take responsibility. I'm just really getting like the father card. It could be a father figure. But there is some sort of like like rigid rules to abide by, and maybe you felt limited by them. Okay, so how did you grow is the 10 of Pentacles. Wonderful. Family, your support system helped you grow. You grew within the family. You grew within your circle of friends that feel like family. You this is also like wealth, and it could be money that brings you wealth, but it's also just like whether it's quality time that makes you feel wealthy, whether it's your health that makes you feel wealthy. It's these sort of things. But the 10 of Pentacles is about like the extended family, and I am seeing like the father here in the family. It says there's so very much to be grateful for: financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. Excuse me. So that's how you grew. The card that fell out is the Two of Cups. Excuse me. I've been talking for a while, so I need some water. Keep doing these videos back to back. I'm sorry. Okay, so the Two of Cups is about relationships with other people. Okay, accepting and expecting more from your relationships. This is really about a year of relationships for you. It could have been a year of profound love or love lessons for you. But this is also like mutually supportive people here, and I'm seeing that here within your sphere, within your circle of influence. Okay, it could be family, relationships, close friends that are like kindred spirits. It could even be like soulmate. This is one of the soulmate cards. It says 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. Okay. A lot of you may have seen yourself through the eyes of somebody else, because we're like mirrors for each other. And that could have been a very powerful experience. It was life-changing, whatever this relationship. Maybe it was a relationship with somebody who was, you know, your, like, because also the Emperor cannot just be a father, but it could also be a husband. Okay, so maybe some of you grew your family this year with your significant other, your wife or your husband, and you know, some of you could have gotten married as well with this card. What lesson will you take with you into 2017? Okay, I have the Tower, which is changing your life in a dramatic way, very powerful way. So this is change. It's not saying whether it's good or a bad change, but it is change, and it is very extreme and sudden and powerful, and letting that go. Okay. Some of you could have actually, I said some of you could have gotten married because I see this very powerful relationship, but maybe some of you got divorced. Maybe some of you lost a father. Maybe some of you had lost a friend that felt like a father figure, or some of you may have lost a job. Doesn't necessarily have to be loss with this card, but it is significant change. Okay, so it could be a significant addition or a significant subtraction. So either way, that's what you're taking with you into 2017. It says a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Okay. I'm also seeing like a city here. It looks like the Wizard of Oz, sort of Emerald City. But I did get that sort of like commerce card here with the ships coming into a city. Okay, expecting more. So some of you could have had like a significant change at the end of the year that you're bringing in with you to 2017 that has to do with your business. It could have been a very powerful positive shift as well. Whatever it is, it rocked your foundation. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put these aside, and I'm going to draw from the this is the Wheel of Change Tarot for your monthly December reading. Okay. So show me the cards for Cancer for December. Okay. So the center card is the center of focus for you. It's the theme, okay? Princess of Discs. Okay, wow. So I see this woman, and she's holding this tray of what looks like feed for chickens or seeds that she's planting. And this is very much a mirroring of that Seven of Pentacles that was in the other deck of like the harvest, the crops, planting and sowing seeds. Okay, so what you reap is what you sow. The energy that you put in to something is what you will get out of it. Okay, I feel like there's like a connection that you have to the earth that is very grounded and very special, and you're very in tuned with the seasons because you're very much in tune with nature here. Okay, so I am seeing that there could be some sort of harvest for you. Oh, okay, well, I didn't even see this, but at the bottom of the supporting energy here is the Seven of Discs, which I had just referenced from this deck that I had pulled this card for you. So the Seven of Discs is definitely a very prominent theme for you. This again has to do with patience, harvesting seeds, whatever it is. Again, it may be a relationship, it could be you're investing in yourself, putting more time into caring for yourself or caring for your needs, or the needs of your partner or your family. Okay, but there's a general like investment that I'm seeing. Okay, it's an important investment that's growing because I see the green border. Green has to do with growth. All right, so then in the past, you have the Knight of Cups, and I did pull that Two of Cups card, which has to do with the relationship. And this is the romancer. So I do see romance for a lot of you people in December. A lot of Cancers are going to have a romantic interest, okay? So the Knight of Cups is the with the knight in shining armor. He's the Romeo card, right? So you have the Christmas tree here and snow, which is very much symbolism of December and the holidays. Okay, so I see like a help the homeless sign. So a lot of you could be very charitable as well. The Knight of Cups doesn't necessarily have to be romantic in like a relationship sense. It could also just be like, you know, offering love to not just one person, but to many people. Okay, so offering your love, offering your time, giving, being charitable, that sort of thing. Um, but I get there is a strong sense of like a partner as well. Okay, so this is in the past. Um, it's still showing up in your reading, so I'm seeing that it is really still relevant for you, and I'm getting the December theme. So maybe the earlier part of December, you could have like a someone that you go on a date with, or you could just go on a date with your significant other and have some like romance in your life. You're investing in that aspect of your life with your partner, whether you're single or you're dating or you're in a committed relationship. I am seeing that theme here. Okay, so then I have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so your thoughts. Well, the traditional meaning of this card, before I start pulling out other meanings from the picture, is okay. Fast lightning speed thoughts. Okay, thinking. It could also be quarrels. It could be fighting. Could be jumping in with both feet into something before you've really mapped out. I don't get that's the case because I see like patience. Okay, here's what I'm getting. If you have patience as the foundation, and I feel like you're showing somebody some grace because you're like, it's possible that somebody may have said something to you that was like aggressive, okay? Because the Knight of Swords is like generally like an aggressive card. It is air, which has to do with words and thoughts and things like that. You're showing patience for somebody who tests you, who tries you, could be your partner. And you're kind of showing them the light. Here's like a motion here of this like scientist who's very experimental. Okay, scientists who experiment generally have open minds, and it's in the position of your mindset. So open to thinking new ideas, but it feels like you're showing somebody the light in the fact that you're being very patient with them. Okay, it could be a younger person as well, since the princess tends to be younger. I'm getting people. Okay, so the prince and two knights. Okay. Somebody might come into your life as well that's like they come in fast and furious. If there's a romantic interest that someone like shows you interest, they could be coming on too strong, or maybe you're thinking that they're coming on too strong, and you're more patient than they are. So that could also be another a factor or example situation for some of you. The Ten of Swords is the near future. Okay, so what I'm getting is, although there could be some patience here, if there's other people, you're maybe thinking that they're either being too confrontational or argumentative, or they're coming on too strong. It doesn't look like you're going to put up with it. With the Ten of Swords is like, okay, I'm kind of done with that. So I'm also seeing you could be changing your mind about something, because this, to me, the Ten of Swords feels like, you're changing your mind about somebody or something, okay? And you're also putting an end to any sort of mental suffering, okay? So if you've been going round and round and round and round in your mind about something that just isn't making sense, it's like you're finally saying, okay, I'm kind of done with this. I'm not going to, put myself through that stress anymore I'm just going to put it to rest. Okay. These two are very much related. Your thoughts in the near future. It looks like you have a very strong support system and a very strong foundation in order to handle whatever this is. Yeah. So this is what I'm getting, okay? And then also the shadow card is the Two of Swords, which is, I see scissors, so you're cutting, okay? You could be cutting someone out that is not respectful of you, okay? Or you could just, this could be I'm saying like a pattern, cutting a pattern. So this could be a pattern that you and your partner, you and your significant other are, there's a pattern between both of you that you are putting a stop to, okay? And that's a wise investment for your relationship. And I see like you have the tools here, because scissors are tools, right? You have the tools in your hands to create whatever it is that you want. Okay, so now the general meaning of this card is like coming to like a bypass, or coming to a point where it's like you have to make a decision, okay? And I also see this is like maybe not seeing eye to eye with someone because you have two different like sides, or two different sides of the sword or the blade here, and they're two equally valid points, but they're very different, and you're working to make them harmonious and work them to come together. What I'm hearing is like cut the crap. is really what I'm hearing. So someone may test you at Christmas, time, or if you get together with family. It's like people that are close to you know how to test your buttons. But I also see that you have like, control over the situation. You're grounded. You're definitely, a very generous and giving person. And I see that you're giving them and like showing them the light as well by example. So yeah, this is also a card of peace, right? Peaceful negotiation. So sometimes, silence is the best way to maintain your power as well. Silence speaks volumes. Okay, so those are some of the themes that I'm picking up for you for December, Cancer. I'm going to go ahead and pick a card for you to meditate on for love. Since this is somewhat of a more like love reading, I think this will be very relevant for you. This is about soulmates, okay? So it says, love is a single soul that inhabits two bodies. Oh, interesting. Okay, so look at the, let me see. It's beautiful. Okay, so I am seeing some themes that I described in this picture. Okay, so I am seeing the snow here that I was seeing here. And I'm also seeing like there's this man who's putting his coat around this woman who doesn't look like she's clothed for the weather. And I was mentioning like help the homeless, like charity as well, so that could be a part of that. But I'm also just getting like this general sense of like chivalry with the Knight of Cups. Like I said, he's like the romantic, the hopeless romantic. Expression I used was the Romeo, right? So there's like chivalry, manners, okay? And I am seeing like that soulmate card with the Two of Cups that came up in the other deck. So again, love is a single soul that inhabits two bodies. Beautiful message. Okay, Cancer, so I want to wish you a happy solstice, a Merry Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I'm wishing you the best for the month ahead of December and the year to follow. Thank you so much for watching.